Hey, Crypto Growth fam, how's it going? This is your host Shazib signing in. We're back with another video, guys. In this video, we will be discussing Flare Network, future of decentralization. It's going to be an interesting one, guys, so make sure to watch till the end. And, folks, for those of you who are new to the channel, we primarily discuss utility coins and potential gems. If you're interested in any of that stuff, then subscribe the channel and hit the notification icon for regular videos. And you can also support the channel by becoming a Patreon. So do check that out as well, only if you're interested. And folks, keep your assets safe. And for that, you guys can check out the Crypto Growth exclusive discount offer on Decent. Decent is convenient, safe, and secure. You can check out their biometric wallet, which has got a phenomenal $50 off. And you can also check out their biometric wallet 2x package, guys, which has got an astonishing $129 off only if you follow the link in the description box below. By the way, folks, Decent supports 3000 plus of your favorite coins and tokens, and it supports 50 plus blockchain mainnets. I personally prefer storing the assets in a cold hardware wallet, so do check out Decent and be safe. Anyways, guys, now let us look into the price and chart of Flare and Songbird at the time of the recording, and let's see what they have been up to lately. So, guys, nothing much over here. Nothing has changed. Same old stuff. Flare is testing this support level over here, uh, hovering above and below the 2 cent mark. So let's hope that this support level remains intact, and from this point onward, the price will go up and test these other resistance levels. But guys, if it breaks down, then we're heading down and testing the 0.014 area, 0.013 area. So let's hope that this support remains intact. Same as Songbird, guys, testing some crucial support levels as well. Same as Flare Network. So nothing much over here for a while now. Both of these projects are hovering above and below these support levels. Anyways, guys, now let me share with you a video over here that I ran into. This was posted, I think, 1 month ago. The future of decentralized data. Shout out to Mr. Henry. So let's see what Hugo Fillion has to say about Flare and decentralization and all of that stuff, guys. Anyways, so let's check it out.
Chain as well to really enable and empower the world of DeFi. But before we do that, do you mind sharing with our audience a bit more about yourself, your background, and what is Flare? What is Flare Networks, and what are you guys building?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. So Flare is a layer 1 EVM, so layer 1 blockchain, runs the Ethereum virtual machine. It's completely unique in that it's the only blockchain that has enshrined into the blockchain itself data acquisition protocols. So as part of running a validator, you also have to run part of the, you also have to interact with the data acquisition protocols. And there's two data acquisition protocols that capture three types of data. So the first is time series data. So we call that the Flare time series oracle, and time series data in our industry predominantly is prices, because that's what people are interested in. Could be other things. Could be things like shipping rates, freight rates, carbon indexes. Any type of data that moves very quickly, for which you can't a validator or the set of validators will not get the same view of the data at any particular instant. So that's what the Flare time series oracle is for, and we've just upgraded it to the Flare FTSO v2, and the FTSO v2 moves the system from being able to handle 15 prices every 3 minutes to 1,000 prices every block. So it's quite a radical change for the system. Makes it a lot bigger, a lot more scalable, and a lot more data. And that is, the data on Flare is provided essentially for free. Although where there need to be subscription fees for types of data feeds, there is a payment module for that. So, if a particular type of data is required, but it incurs a very heavy cost for the validators to go and get it, there is a payment module that allows for that to happen. So that's the first type of data protocol we have on Flare. Then the second type is for essentially deterministic data. Data that a validator is going to get a view, basically be able to come to consensus with the other validators over something that has happened. So they're all going to get the same answer, or they all should get the same answer. And we call that the Flare data connector. And we're applying that to two types of data. Web3 data to start with, predominantly. So things like being able to prove something from Bitcoin, from Ethereum, from Cosmos, from Polkadot, from Ton, large networks where being able to retrieve the state and do something with that in a smart contract is interesting. And then Web 2 data, so being able to connect to APIs in Web 2. And one of the places we're actively researching there is, what can we prove about AI models? Can we prove AI model outputs? I mean, in fact, we know we can basically prove AI model outputs. For certain types of AI model, not every type of AI model. And that's an area of continued discussion. But we can do other things like prove that someone's tweet has more than 500 likes. We can prove, something from weather.com. We can prove basically anything. We can prove things from the Federal Reserve, things from, the data series that are interesting around things like inflation and that kind of stuff.
So if you don't mind, Hugo, can I just double click on one of the items you mentioned here? So I think on the first one, the time series, I think the users can understand quite easily. Also, when you talk about deterministic...
whereby if you pull a brick out at the bottom, in most cases...
malicious actors that can do a 51% attack equivalent, but at the same time, yes, in a centralized world, that one player providing the data could also do a mistake or be in bad intention. What do you think will be the tipping point that would make us go from centralized data to decentralized data?
Well, I think having the, I'm not sure that every use case requires full decentralization, but DeFi absolutely should be decentralized. Yeah. The data within DeFi should be decentralized. Otherwise, it's not really DeFi. It's just CeFi with, pretending to be DeFi. I think also you've seen with the existing oracles, there have been, a non-negligible number of instances where updates have been missed, or, price updates have been missed. There have been bad price updates, like substantially bad price updates that have caused large amounts of bad debt in protocols. The quality of decentralization, to say the least, if there is decentralization, is, as soon as you get out of those, say, the top 10 prices, really falls off. Dramatically with most of the other oracles. Personally, I believe if you're not running this on a blockchain with stake, with the validators involved, with all of the validators having to be involved, that you can't really claim any meaningful decentralization. It's just a distributed network, which is fine, but trying to claim decentralization is sort of not sensible. And to more concretely answer your question, what is the tipping point? Well, every time I talk to a developer, they really are unhappy with the existing paradigm, and they really do want a decentralized oracle, because if they're going to put in 1 to 5 years of work on a project, they don't want that work to be undermined by an external party that can damage their business at any time.
Understood. I mean, I agree with you that there's definite need of decentralized data in the broader decentralized DeFi world, and I think you're right. Mm-hmm. They go hand in hand, right, from that perspective. But when it comes to let's call it within the DeFi world, what are the features or applications or use cases that you believe that decentralized data, including the Flare network, has the most value? Is it on DeFi exchanges? Is it other types of layer 2 bridges?
What are you seeing in those domains? I think so. We're obviously interested in bridges, and I can come on to a protocol we're building called F-Assets, which is a trustless bridge for non-smart contract tokens like Bitcoin. But we're interested in bridges, lending protocols, particularly the newer DEXs, which do need data. Obviously the early DEXs, the the Uniswaps of this world don't need a data source. I think real world asset protocols absolutely need data sources. On-chain attestation, proof of reserves. Again, that needs data sources, and it needs those data sources to be verified. You can verify it using a lawyer, you can verify it using an accountant, or you can verify it using a weight of stake. Right? We have, decentralization is just a different way to do things that we have done, many times before, without vesting excessive power in one particular person or company.
And I think it's a
So, guys, what do you guys think about Flare networks being the future of DeFi? I would really like your opinions. Do hit the comment box below and let the community know. Anyways, guys, this was it for the video. If you liked it, make sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification icon if you're interested in utility coins and potential gems. And you can also support the channel by becoming a Patreon, so do check that out as well. Like I always say in the end, until next time, stay blessed and stay tuned. Thank you very much, everyone.